Rangers have sighted a large group of orcs making its way towards Breland. The Dunedain Yarian has asked you to help him intercept the war party before it can reach the quiet village. The orcs are a day The orcs are a day ahead of you and moving fast, but there is hope you can catch them with the Ranger's tracking skill. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Line Unbroken, my progression style playthrough series of the Lord of the Rings living card game. I have returned from Nightmare back to Standard mode to play the first quest of the Lost Realm Deluxe expansion, Intruders in Chetwood. So, for the setup here, put Yarian into play. Yarian has XXX4. X is the number of quest cards in play. The first player gains control of Yarian. Response: after a side quest is revealed from the encounter deck, ready Yarian. If Yarian leaves play, the players lose the game. Add one Orc War Party to the staging area. Each player adds one different location to the staging area, shuffle the encounter deck. So the Orc War Party, engagement cost 40, 3636. Cannot have attachments while Orc Party is in the staging area. Enemies in the staging area cannot take damage. The players cannot win the game while Orc War Party is in play. And now each player adds a different location. So my options, just one of each. There we go. 5 different options. So, Rugged Country, 2 threat, 3 quest points. If the current quest is a side quest, it gets +2 threat. Chetwood Forest, 3 threat, 3 quest points. Travel, 1 player chooses and engages an enemy in the staging area. Shrouded Hills, X threat, 5 quest points. X is the number of quest cards in play. While there is only 1 quest card in play, Shrouded Hills gains Surge. Borders of Breland, 2 threat, 4 quest points. While it's in the staging area, it gains Forced at the beginning of the quest phase. Return 1 enemy engaged with the player to the staging area. And Outlying Homestead, 2 threat, 8 quest points. Doomed 1, while it's in the staging area, players cannot reduce their threat. Travel, reveal a card from the encounter deck. So, of these, I am going to take these 2. Shrouded Hills, obviously I avoid the Surge, and it's only 1 threat. Rugged Country is only 2 threat, and well, between the 2 threat options, Borders of Breland, this deck wants to hold on to its enemies, so ideally I want to be travelling to these as soon as possible. If I start with one, then there's more chance that I'll get another, and I can't travel to both of them at the same time. Oh, and Outlying Homestead, not being able to reduce my threat and that travel cost, too problematic, especially early on. Well, Chetwood Forest, of course, is the higher threat. So, shuffle those other 3 back into the encounter deck. You must move swiftly to prevent the orcs from reaching Breland. Enemies do not make engagement checks. Forced. At the end of the refresh phase, raise each player's threat by 1 for each enemy in the staging area. The players cannot defeat this stage unless the first player controls Yarian. If the players defeat this stage, they win the game. Only 1 quest stage to this quest, but then there are all the side quests, and it does have 30 quest points. Control in. Alright, so to start off with, I'm just going to play this Dunedain Hunter. After Dunedain Hunter, the Hunter enters play, search the top 5 cards of the encounter deck for a non-unique enemy and puts it into play engaged with you. If no enemy enters play by this effect, discard Dunedain Hunter. Shuffle the encounter. I just looked at all cards. I suppose it doesn't actually matter since it gets shuffled afterwards anyway. Here we are, this is what I want. Angmar Orc. The weakest enemy, but with an annoying when revealed effect. Which I avoid by this because it is put into play and engaged with me, not revealed. So let's see. I don't have Nenya, so there's no particular need for me to save Galadriel's action. Therefore, I will immediately exhaust her. Okay. Not really what I'm looking for, but I suppose it gets me closer. Now, I could Good Harvest and just immediately play the Forest Snare. There might be better uses of the Harvest further down the line, of course. But this would get me off to a decent start. Yep, law. And now we passed this deck. That's a problem. What I want to do is immediately play the Wandering Took and put the Hobbit Pipe on him, but that would mean losing access to Test of Will, because of course the the one resource I'd have left would be Gandalf's. I don't have the Wizard Pipe to swap Test of Will onto the top of my deck. Under the circumstances, I think I'm going to risk it anyway, just to get going that bit faster. So, Halbarad, while you're engaged with an enemy, Halbarad does not exhaust to commit to a quest. So, there is 6 threat in the staging area. Halbarad doesn't exhaust to quest. Request 2, 3, 7, 10, 11, not exhausting because of Galadriel. Reveal Orc Rear Guard. No more than 3 progress tokens being placed on the current quest each round. Oh, sorry, flavor text. Some of the orcs have broken from the war party to hinder your pursuit. Until you deal with them, it will be difficult to continue your chase. No more than 3 progress on the current quest each round. While it's the current quest it gains forced at the end of the staging step, reveal 1 card from the encounter deck. Yarion readies and has +1 to all his stats. The Shrouded Hills is +1 threat. And Chetwood Forest. So I make 2 progress. I will travel to the rugged country. I could actually engage this war party, and could I kill it? No. I could kill it. Since there are no other enemies in play, I think, yeah, and it would be too risky to defend with Elrond given shadow effects, so I'm just going to throw this guy under the bus. Okay. Elrond would have lived, but never mind. Each enemy engaged with you gets -1 defense, so I only need 8 to kill it. 3, 5, 7, 9. So I didn't need the defense reduction from Aragorn, but regardless. I do not get to trigger Aragorn's response because there are no enemies in play that are not engaged with me. This obviously is just discarded. And Control N. The arrow crosses to the other side of the table. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to play the Westward Traveller from the top of my deck, but not trigger her response. And that'll be that. It's going exhaust Galadriel. Master Forge, that is what I was mulliganing for, but didn't find. So, next round, I can play that Master of the Forge and we will hopefully start to power up as intended. So, there's 5 threats in the staging area. I really want to get through a rear guard. So, 2, 6, 9, 10, 12, 14. I'm going to have to reveal an extra card. I need 6 progress. $17. I think to make sure I get through it, then I just have to go all out and abandon combat for this round. So 19. Rescue Yarion. While scouting ahead, Yarion is ambushed by several orcs. The ranger is knocked unconscious and dragged away by the orcs. You must rescue him. Time 4. When revealed, the first player loses control of Yarion and places him face down underneath this stage. When this stage is defeated, the first player takes control of Yarion and exhausts him. Forced after the last time counter is removed from this stage, discard Yarion. Technically, side quests are supposed to stay in the staging area, but I just prefer to put them over with the main quest stages to keep them out of the way apart from everything else. So that reduces my willpower by 2 and increases the threat in the staging area. But that is fine. Rugged Country. The current quest is a side quest, so this is 4 threat and Orc Rearguard. While it's the current quest, forced at the end of the staging step, reveal 1 card from the in-house deck. So, 3rd card, Borders of Breland. So that's 6 threat, which I have added to the staging area. I am making 5 progress, but of course I have Eowyn available. So, under the circumstances, I'm going to discard a Secret Vigil to increase Eowyn's willpower. So we make 6 progress. 6. That goes to the victory display. This is explored. Now I don't want to have to keep returning this to the staging area. Though on the other hand, this is more threat. Well, otherwise we'll sort of even out. This has less quest points than Borders of Breland. Let's go to Borders of Breland. At the end of the round, a time counter is removed. I've seen very few enemies. Or, well, in fact, I've had no enemies revealed by the encounter deck. The only one I've had, I pulled out myself. Okay. So let's play this Master of the Forge, look at the top 5 cards of my deck, and find no attachments. Ridiculous, but okay. Okay, I am going to transfer this Wandering Took. The 3 points of threat would go with him. And then play this Greeting from the top of my deck to reduce this deck's threat by 6. Which also triggers the Hobbit Pipe. Okay, I will not be playing that because I want to save to play Sword that is Broken next round, which will help smooth out my resources as well as get me more willpower. Okay, so yeah, so that's all I'm playing on this side. Over here, no, I already played a card from the top of my deck. Oh, okay, so that's the thing. I could use Galadriel on this deck, but actually no. Yeah, I will use Galadriel to have this deck rather threat by one and draw a card, because then I can play Gandalf's Staff onto Gandalf and exhaust it to give away a resource, so I still have one for Test of Will or potentially Hasty Stroke. There's 7 threat in the staging area. Probably not going to clear this right away. Well, let's see, let me press it 2, 3, 7, 10, 12, which is already definitely not enough to clear it. Oh no, sorry, this is 4 if I'm going to a side quest. So, okay, I'm going to quest to the main quest. And let's just send Elrond, hold back Aragorn. Yep. Okay. Find another enemy. Yeah, surprising speed. Each player returns one enemy engaged into the staging area. With no enemies returned to the staging area. This way against Surgeon Doomed 1. Okay, so this goes back to the staging area. I've added 5 threat, so I'm making 3 progress as it stands. I'm going to discard a Hasty Stroke. to increase everyone's willpower, so that I make 4 progress and clear the borders of Breland. Then travel to the rugged country. Halberad may optionally engage 1 additional enemy during the encounter phase, so I will optionally engage both of these enemies. This one doesn't attack, and this one I will take undefended. +1 for each quest card in play, that would be 5. So I will pay 1 for this hasty stroke. Deal with 3 damage to Aragorn. I'm not sure why I did this. I want to keep enemies engaged with them. I suppose I've done it now. I shouldn't retcon things. Control N, another time counter goes from here. Okay, Master of the Forge. Right. I have Valandil and Steward of Gondor. I definitely shouldn't have killed that Marauder. I could have stuck a secret vigil on him. I'll grab Steward first. Graduate tag of the stack. Okay. Found all my snares. Okay, Light of Arnor from the top of my deck. There is the Wizard Pipe. That's going to be it over here. No, it's not. I'm going to play Dwarven Tomb to get back Hasty Stroke. Now here, I will pay 3 for the sword that was broken. So Aragorn now has a leadership icon, so he can pay 2 for Steward of Gondor on Elrond. Gets 2 extra resources. Let's pay 2 for his Weatherhill's Watchman. No signals in my top 5 cards. Shuffle off the deck. Okay, so now there's only 5 threat in the staging area. Halbrand and Elrond both quest without exhausting. So let's see. 4, 7, 9. There's 1, 12, 16, 18, 20. Okay. Reveal. Okay. So I return this to the staging area. And more 4 parties. So that's added 5 threat. I make 10 progress. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is enough. Goes to the victory display. First player takes control of the island and exhausts him. This is explored. But I cannot afford to take this war party right now. Okay, I will travel to Chetwood Forest by engaging this Arnor again. But, as I say, I can't deal with the war party right now. Oh. No. Elrond could defend it, because I have a hasty stroke in case of bad shadows, but I wouldn't be able to kill it, so... And it can't have attachments, so forest snares are no good to me here. So, control N. Warden crosses the table again. Look out here, and at the end of the refresh phase, raise each player's threat by 1 for each enemy in the staging area. This will actually trigger for the first time in the game. So, just steward, exhaust the master of the forge. Okay, I'll take the burning brand. Oh, I didn't trigger Gandalf's staff last round. I would have used it to give an extra resource to Aelin. And now, okay, yeah, okay, so I'm going to have Galadriel get this card, and then a Master of the Forge. Okay, I will play the new Master of the Forge, search again. Take the warning, shuffle. I will play both of those Doomdown warnings onto Elrond. And also the Burning Brand. I'll also play Doomdown Hunter. Top 5. Ooh, okay. And my Captain. Shuffle that up. And I'm gonna kill him. So, put a Secret Riddle on there. Now, here, I will play the Star Brooch onto Halbarad. So he gets +1 willpower since he goes for an enemy. A 2 for Arnor, and 1 for the Wizard card. So, there is only 4 threat in the staging area. Quest for, including the sword, 2, 6, 10, 12, 16, 19, 21, 23. She doesn't exhaust because of Galadriel. Another Arnor Captain, and Outlying Homestead. Doomed 1. Okay, so that's an extra 5 threat. We make 14 progress. This is explored. I really want to be able to go on that threat, so travel to the outlying homestead, revealing a card, which is another outlying homestead. Okay. That's annoying. Right, I don't need to risk a second captain. What about the war party? I could chump the war party and kill it. Okay. I engage the Orc War Party. Where the hell's Watchman is going under the bus. Let's have one attachment I can draw for each quest card in play. It's not worth cancelling. As nice as it is, I think I'm gonna get rid of the Star Brooch. Elrond will defend against the Marauder. He takes no damage. Shadow effect is cancelled. Attack 3, 6, 8. Factoring in the -1 defense from Aragorn, that is enough to kill the war party. I then trigger Aragorn's response after he participates in an attack that destroys an enemy. Choose an enemy not engaged with you and engage that enemy. But of course, enemy attacks have all already happened, so it doesn't get a chance to hit me this round. Staff will add a resource to Elrond. Control M. Yarian crosses the table. Yeah, collaborating stone. I will use both my Masters of the Forge. No attachments there. And still no attachments. This is crazy. I suppose I've drawn a fair number of the attachments already, but this still seems a bit ridiculous. Well, I don't have Air of Valandor yet. There are 2 more copies of Steward. 1 more of the Sword. Another Secret Vigil. There are a decent number of attachments left in there, such that I'd expect 1 to be in the top 5, especially with 2 tries. Okay, so it's this deck. First. Okay, well I found one of the other copies of Steward. Could potentially play this greeting. Let's trigger the pike and draw another card. Oh no, I couldn't. Oh yeah, because of the outlying homestead, I couldn't roll my threat. Still draw a card from Galadriel though. Okay. Wizard Pipe to switch the Northern Tracker onto the top of my deck. Then play him and then go goes back. Over here, go through for a forest snare on this Arnor captain. Could play Calabrian Stone. I mean, I was planning to put an Argon, so you'd have the Spirit Icon. Which, I mean, it could be relevant. So, I think I'm going to that. 3 threat in the staging area. Request 1, 5, 8, 10. Targeting the Northern Tracker. 11, 13, 17, 20, 22. Didn't this guy get killed by an Orc party? Yeah, that was what I did last round. He's dead. Yeah. And now I've lost kind of my willpower. 22? Yeah, wait, 2022. Reveal retro responsibility. Reveal 1 encounter card for each quest card in play, which is 1. So basically, Surge. Shrouded Hills gains Surge because there's only 1 quest card in play. Either discard 1 ally from play or reveal an additional encounter card. So this is all still the first card of staging. I could cancel this one revealed. How am I drawing 2 in hand? So yeah. Don't want to spiral too much further out of control. Okay, Orc ambush. Several orcs spring upon you from their hiding place. Their surprise attack puts you on the defensive. You must fight to gain the upper hand. Each orc enemy gets +1 threat, +1 attack, and +1 defense. When revealed, each player must search the encounter deck and discard power from an orc enemy and put it into play engaged with them. Shuffle the encounter deck. So, well, let's see what is left in the encounter deck. So I want this guy, but I think he's the only one of his kind left. Yeah, there are only 3 of them. Not a lot of shadow effects left in the deck, which is nice to know. So let's take these 2. All the orcs are +1 everything. So, I've added 1/4 threat to the staging area. I make 15 progress. This is explored. Oh, no, sorry. These were both increased in threat. Let's see this progress away. Yeah. I don't think I can really take another enemy. As it is, I'm swamped. Oh! Yarian is ready, and he got +1 willpower, so get one of those progress back. Oh, no, I remember what the cards are, so yeah, that's not a problem. There are, in these 7 cards, there are only 2 things that have shadow effects. If Yarian were to defend this Angmar Orc, then one of those 2 possible shadow effects would kill him. And the other would not. And obviously, if there isn't a shadow, then he did. Yeah, I suppose I could just take it undefended. If I lose a hero, at least that doesn't leave me the game. I'm potentially pretty close to winning in any case. I mean, okay, so obviously this is damage here. This is +1 defense, but I can still kill it with just Aragorn and the Hunter, which means that Halbrad can defend safely. Aside from the possibility of that one shadow effect. So yeah, I could engage this. Also, I could travel. But as I say, it's possible I might be in a position to just win quickly. Though that could be a risky proposition. Okay. Travel to the Shrouded Hills. And engage this Angmar Orc. Right. undefended. It's fine. So that's 3 attack. Which guard I can take. The tracker will defend this. That's fine. He's +1 from Arwen, so he takes no damage. Okay. My computer lagged a bit there. That shadow effect is cancelled. Arwen takes 1 damage because it is +1. Warden defends this. He takes 2 damage because it's +1. These two don't attack. So kill this marauder. Pull over this orc. Let's grab these. Let's see what these are. Okay, the one remaining card of the encounter deck is an Arnor Marauder. And then we'll reshuffle, obviously. Moves over here. Go on. Good. Let's try the Masters of the Forge. There it is. Turned up a bit late. But now I can finally do what I was supposed to be doing for most of the game. Okay, I'll go Eric Valendil. Since I'm engaged with 5 enemies, that's -5 to the cost of the next unit ally I play this phase, which means that whatever ally I choose to play will be free. I will also pay 2 to put Celebrian Stone onto Aragorn so that he has a spirit icon, meaning that I can choose to play a spirit ally, which otherwise I wouldn't be able to because it's one of these odd things, which I think is kind of dumb, but it's the ruling. You may spend resources from Elrond's resource pool to pay for spirit, leadership, and tactics allies. If the ally is free, you are not spending resources from his pool, so it's not allowed. As I say, it's something that I've always thought was a bit dumb in some ways, but that is the rule. So I will play this Warden of Intruders. I will also play this Forest Snare. But I play this Westward Traveller. Actually, do I play the Westward Traveller to switch the locations? I'm not sure, because it really is a distinct possibility that I could just bring this around. What is there instead of a 4th threat? The first card is a Marauder, which would be +1 from Orc Ambush, so that would be 8th threat. I mean, yeah, I definitely play the Traveller, regardless. If I want to just win, then I need 15 progress. How much can I quest for? I'm just going to work this out and then go back to planning. 2, 3, 6. If I go all out, 11, 15, 17, 23, 27, 30, 32, 33, 35, 37. Yeah, that should be fine. On the other hand, it should still be fine even if I switch the locations. In this way, I can potentially lower my threat. So I'll do that. Obviously, all these characters aren't supposed to be exhausted yet, but let's switch that team onto the top, pull back a test of will. There's the staff to get a resource. And yeah, okay, I'm pressing for 37 actually. I'm going to move the Chook over here and play Alan's Council. Triggering the Hobbit Pipe to draw a card, and then send the Chook back. So I'm fighting for 38. Just in case of another outlying homestead. And we reveal an Angmar Marauder and another Angmar Marauder. So yeah, 4, 8, 10, 12 threat in the staging area. I am making 26 progress. And I have won the game. There's no Orc War Party in play. That's the one thing that really could have screwed me over, because you can't win while there's an Orc War Party in play. But there we go. I'm not sure I've ever completed this quest with Orc Ambush still being in play. This is generally a side quest that you don't ignore, because it can be a massive issue, but I was so close to just winning, especially when I could get down a free 5 willpower Warden of the Luminous. Well, 6 with Sylvia's broken. There we go. Worked out quite nicely as it turned out. I got a very gentle start from the encounter deck, but then my decks didn't really draw the right things in a timely fashion. These Masters of the Ford were useless. Just unfortunate shuffling of my deck, not putting attachments near the top. Only found a Valandil right at the very end, and that was sort of key to the whole deck, at least in theory. Anything else in here? Sanford Sentries, of course, would have Got any more draw. Feints. Yeah, I found a feint. Yeah, got a Warden of Healing. And yeah, green float. And yeah, I never found Nenya, Unexpected Courage, Expert Treasure Hunter, all of which will definitely helped. Thank you for watching and goodbye.